Oh shit! What the fuck is pear? Now I know they had a little explanation here, but things just aren't adding up. I mean, even Toriko said it. He said something ain't right. What the fuck is pear? Now anyway, the group gets to the birth cry tree, and this fucking tree is huge. I mean, this shit is huge. And like I said, some of the fruits on it look like planets and shit like that. But for some strange reason, this tree, it gives off the appearance of like the sky, like at night. Because this is my theory. Being that it's so big, it's blocking out so much light, it just looks pitch black over top of them. And then you got little things sparkling and shit like that. Those are what they call pear. That's what they said. They said that is pear. The shiny shit is pear. So it looks like a star. It looks like, the sky. I'm guessing it's blocking out so much light. Then you got the little thing shining. It looks like, I don't think it's actually projecting black. I think it's just blocking out the sun. But then the sparkly shit is pear. But it got other fruits on it that look like fucking planets. Just some old far out shit. I mean, even some of the planets on it has rings. That shit's crazy. And anyway, she says that's part of the soup. That the pear is actually a fruit. I mean, a soup. And she reveals that that's what pear is, the sparkly shit. That's where it comes from. That's where it originates and shit like that. And that the Monkey King or their species will give pear to the females as a gift. It's like a mating ritual. Whoever got the shiniest pear, they get the pussy. Basically, that's pretty much how it works. She starts to explain the different species of the 8 kings. Each of the 8 kings each have their own species that they belong to and whatnot. And yada yada this, yada yada. Hey, y'all ready? Y'all know what the fuck is going on. Anyway, she says that the monkey's king species is Kintamandrill, or some shit like that. Now, here's the thing. Mandrill means is a type of primate, right? And Kintama means balls. So basically, his species is monkey balls. And then they say, but hold the fuck on now. They say, are you trying to say that pear is the monkey's balls? And she says, absolutely right. Now, here's the thing. If Acacia had pear, right, he's eating it. That's part of his 4 course. Obviously, he's eaten pear before. Well, how can, what you call him, Bambina or whatever, how can he still have pear if they ate it? You understand? Like, I'm starting to think it's not really his balls. Like, because think about it, if they ate his balls, how come he still has them? He still has his balls. You understand? And they said it originates from a tree. What I'm thinking is this. They eat pear. Like the monkeys go up there, eat that shiny shit. And it collects in their balls. And I'm thinking that maybe pear is not really the monkey balls. Maybe it's the monkey sperm. Some old nasty shit or something like that. I mean, pear is soup, ain't it? They say it's a soup. You understand? Like they say it's a soup. What is it? Semen soup? I'm thinking. Or my other theory is it's like a tea bag situation. You get a nice little broth together, and he tea bags the broth, keep dumping his balls, and that turns it into pear soup. I don't know, something like that. Because I doubt that they literally eat the monkey's balls, because he still has them. You understand? That's why. Anyway, they're on the train and they're heading towards a tree, and they notice this figure in the background. Somebody's wearing a jacket and got his hair wrapped and shit. And then he just disappears. And the crazy thing about this is, once you find out what's going on at the end, you still don't know exactly what was going on at that point in time. So anyway, everybody's like, oh, whoops. Everybody's like, yo, we got to eat monkey's balls. They're all going crazy. And they all got, air ready, whatever, to get past these Sundrico flowers. When they get to the mountain, fucking Sundrico flowers right there. And these motherfuckers are huge. I say they're big. These motherfuckers are huge, fucking huge. Right? So they make it to the mountain, right? The 100G mountain. And they revealed that it's basically exactly what it sounds like. It's the mountain got a lot of gravity and shit like that. But then you find out it's made from fucking animal carcasses. And that's where the Monkey King lives. This motherfucker just walks around normally with 100, 100 G's on him. Just like that, like it's nothing. That shit crazy, man. Anyway, it's this flying bacon, right? It's flying through the sky and it goes over the mountain and it gets pulled in. That 100 G's got his ass. Slams into the mountain, then you see all the meat just start coming off, just the bones is left. So that's where my theory comes from. I don't know exactly what happened to the mountain where it's got 100 G's, like where it come from, like where the 100 G's come from. But what I'm thinking is what happened is somewhat like remember the century soup? I think it's the same shit. An animal comes by, it pulls the shit out the animal. Probably pulls the shit right out of his ass. Slams into the mountain, all the fucking guts and the damn meat, tissue, ass, blood, spit, all that shit gets sucked into the mountain, right? And remember, the tree is feeding off that mountain. So basically, all those animals that it's constantly killing, the tree is absorbing all the nutrients from it. So all the blood, spit, guts, ass, and spit, and all that shit that getting slammed to that mountain, that's what the tree is eating. So I think that's what pears coming. Remember they said that a lot of the nutrients is coming from the nutrients from that on that island is coming from that tree. I think it's coming from the mountain. The tree absorbs it, then it sends it, down through the rest of the island. So basically, pear is basically made from blood, spit, guts, and ass. Pretty much it. And this shit is, like, it turns you into bones in a minute. You get killed in a minute. So anyway, Toriko says, yo, we gotta go with this mountain. Let's test it and see how much this gravity is. Now he's been in, 10 G's already. So now he's trying to test it, 100 degrees. He puts his toe in it like he's getting ready to test the water. Like, like when you get ready to go swimming, you just put your toe in it just to see how cold it is. He puts his toe in it. This shit pulls his ass in. It pulled him right in. Motherfucker's knees buckled. Toriko's knees buckled right up. He turns around and tells him, yo, we can do it, but we gotta take it slow in order for our bodies to get adjusted to it. And while he's talking, you see everybody looking, they just cock their heads to the side like, oh shit. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? And he starts sweating. You already know what that meant. He starts sweating. That presence was on his ass. He turns around, and it's a black dude in a hoodie. Motherfucker was sweating like a motherfucker. He was scared as shit. No, I'm playing. It was Bambina. But he's the equivalent of a black man in a hoodie on a dark alley, in a dark alley. He turns around, right? And I was telling everybody, them things on, that we seen on Bambina, that's his ass. I've been saying this is ass. Cause look, you see on the picture, you see his ass, right? But then if you look underneath, you see the nuts there. The nuts is way smaller than the ass. That wasn't his nuts. That was his ass, man, the whole time. When he was spinning around all that shit, that was his ass. Cause you see the nuts now. Bambina is standing right there, right? Now, I like what they did to him. And I was telling you motherfuckers, I told you motherfuckers, told your asses, Bambina's small. And I like that because I don't want to see every last king just be super fucking huge. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like all these species that have conquered the planet, none of them had any other thing going for them other than their size. You understand? Like, just mix the shit up. Bambina is not just small. It's not just small in comparison to the other kings, right? This motherfucker's like, I thought that he would probably be around zebra size, maybe even a little bit bigger. He's smaller than Toriko. And look, and if you look at the picture, look, he's standing closer to us, right? So if the proportions is right, and he looks like, what am I trying to say? Okay, he looks. If you look at the top of his head, look at the top of Toriko's head, right? Toriko's bending over because of the gravity, right? His head is not that much further up than Toriko's, right? But he's closer to us in terms of perspective. So that means that he's actually smaller than what he appears, and Toriko's bigger than what he appears. So I'm guessing, and this should be an accurate guess. What you call him, Bambina is only about what? Coco's size. It's a little dude. And how are they all gonna eat his nuts? You understand? Like how can everybody eat his nuts? Ain't enough nuts to go around. What, they gonna make some trail mix out the shit? You know, mix it in with some raisins and shit. Like, I think either he's dunking his damn nuts in some broth, or he got to come. He's gonna be a damn, I don't know, a sperm shot or some shit, like what they call it, a money shot or some shit. He's gonna spray it all on their faces, and then they got to rub it in and exfoliate. But that's probably what's gonna happen with Komatsu. He's gonna bust a nut right in that hole, and it's gonna rebuild his heart. But if you add that information in about, they said that Pear should be able to save his heart, right, and regenerate his heart, then maybe they actually do eat his nuts. Because remember, there is food where you eat animal balls, right? They got something called Rocky Mountain oysters, I think it's called, or Brokeback Mountain oysters or some shit like that. And that's really, what I think, is it bull testicles? Some shit like that. But if it can regenerate his heart, maybe they have a regenerative ability where if somebody eats their balls, come right back. If you take that into account, then maybe so they do eat his balls. But those pretty much the only three things. I think the most logical thing maybe it's probably him, teabagging the damn broth or some shit like that. But how do you get good soup if you just teabag some broth? See, that's why they got to do a little bit more explanation on this video. This chapter, man, in the next upcoming chapters. I'm gonna give this chapter a 4 out of 5. Now check this out. They said that on the way to the tree, they said they didn't have any trouble. They've been traveling on that train for a good minute. That damn shark train. They've been traveling on it for a good minute, for days, if I'm not mistaken. That's how big that country is. They've been traveling for a good while, and they didn't run into any trouble after they just taken down one of the 4 generals, whatever they're called, right? So they're thinking like, damn, this motherfucker didn't send nobody after us? This seems like a setup. And Bambina appears. So obviously he was anticipating them showing up. So he already knew. He was just waiting for them. So that's why they was on edge. But if you notice, that dude appeared and then disappeared, and Toriko seen him for just a second. That guy could have been an informant for the my Bambina, right? Letting them know, yo, these motherfuckers on their way. I see them in the train. They right around the bend. They're gonna be there in about 2 minutes. It could be that situation. But here's the tricky part: the dude does not look like a monkey. None of the other monkeys have we seen wearing clothes. This guy's wearing clothes, so he might not have anything to do with Bambina at all. And if you didn't notice, Bambina was able to determine that the mountain he threw that came back, he heard it. I think he heard it, but he found out that it was there. That's one thing we do know. He knew the shit was coming before he even came, and was able to get across this island in order to be able to catch it. So if he could do that, I'm pretty sure he won't need somebody to let him know when the people is coming. So my theory is that dude has nothing to do with Bambina. This is a new motherfucker. This is a new guy. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck done snitch? Must have been the new guy. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with him. Let me go ahead and get to these comments. I get what did I say? 4 out of 5? Yeah, 4 out of 5 because We got to know more about. I mean, they setting up the pair thing. I mean, but the way they doing it is kind of ambiguous. So now we're still guessing, and I actually like that because they're drawing it a little bit more. Bambina finally showed up. I like the fact that they made him small, so he's super fucking huge like everybody else. And then generals that work for him, they way bigger than him, and they fear him. God damn. Then they bring in this new guy. We don't know anything about that. I like the fact that the way they did it, you could have thought that, damn, he's informing Bambina, but if you think about it, it doesn't look like that. So I like the way they did that. And on top of that, we almost getting ready to heal Komatsu and get back on the road and get to the next fucking king. You know, once they beat him, if they can beat him. And I like the fact that the small dude's he's actually stronger than the fucking horse. Herrick, god damn. Heracles, he's stronger than them. I mean, should I start reading Toriko? Yes, you should. I read the first few chapters a long time ago, and I sort of forgot about how, forgot about it. Is it that good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, let's see. You've been looking fresh these days, bruh. Is the struggle really real anymore? My whole life has been a lie. What do you mean is the struggle real? Shit. All I did was get a haircut and a hat. Is it just a manga? No, it's an anime too, but you don't want to watch the anime. Just read the manga. Mean in a coat in his house. No heat, no sakura. So the struggle is real. Seems like it to me. Nice hat. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, watch the superior anime. Nah, don't watch the anime. I'd seen little clips of the anime. That shit look weird as hell. No, watch the superior. Okay, nah. Toriko got poopy anime for no reason. Yup, pretty much. If somebody eats his balls, the balls come right back. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it could be that. I don't see why. You know what I'm saying? If he can regenerate a heart, he might be able to regenerate some balls. Too bad I don't like reading manga, or else I would sound weird. Those eating balls shit. What? Too bad I don't like reading manga, or else I would sound weird. Though eating balls and shit. I have no clue what he just said. But what's wrong with me and reading manga? Matter of fact, reading manga is actually, sometimes I enjoy that better than anime because you can get through it so quick. And on top of that, it's ahead of the manga. I mean, ahead of the anime. So if you're just watching the anime, you be sitting up there thinking, I wonder what's going to happen in the future. I wonder what's going to happen. But with the manga, you already see a lot more shit that you know you're ahead. Okay, what the fuck this chapter is even about? Basically, them getting to Bambina's balls. Yup. AKA testicle. They eat nuts. They eat nut sacks in this poopy series now. Yup. Replacement. No, it's a replacement for a heart. So you're saying that he's gonna put his nuts in his heart and that's just gonna be it? I doubt it. I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna put some nuts in his heart, or the dude gonna bust a nut on his chest and he's gonna rub it in. And that's, you know, he's gonna, you know, just gonna sit like that. He needs a heart. And niggas say JoJo is gayer than Toriko. Toriko Komatsu ass bitches. Yeah, they do. Mean is actually a handsome dude. How's the females treating you, bruh? Man, you know how it is. It's all right. It ain't too bad. It ain't too good either. Ain't too good, ain't too bad. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a dude telling another dude he's handsome if you got a reason for it. If you just say it out the blue, that's kind of weird. You know, he actually, because he said how the females treat you, he's actually trying to make a statement. You know, if you see somebody going to the prom, you see the guy get dressed up, you can say, oh man, you look handsome today. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That don't necessarily mean you're gay. Anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that.